He is the director of National Institute of Technology, Silchar, India, one of the India's premier technical institutes. And Professor Bandyopadhyay is the currently director of National Institute of Technology, Silchar in India, and professor of computer science and engineering. And Dr. Bandyopadhyay has been principal investigator of 4 international research and development projects with France, Japan, and Mexico. And he is one of the India's best educator, leading one of the institute of national importance. Welcome, Dr. Bandyopadhyay. Yes, sir. Sir, you are mute. Please unmute yourself. Dr. Bandyopadhyay, please come in.
Yeah.
Sir, welcome to you. Please share your screen, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's visible. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, a very good afternoon to the delegates of the 4th NOIC Green School Conference 2020 virtual and the special session on sustainable technology and solutions. And a very good evening to my colleagues in India, as well as my PhD students. Today we'll be taking you to a journey, National Institute of Technology Silchar, a green-inspiring campus. NIT Silchar, a jewel of exquisite beauty on northeastern horizon of India. On the picture, you can see the Institute guest house, which welcomes you. So much of green, and at the background, you can see the street lights, which are powered by solar. When you take a look at the entire campus, it is a 625-acre campus. Lots of green and 23 lakes are there, such large lakes. The place itself was an abandoned tea garden long back, something around 50 years ago. And still there are tea gardens at the back of our campus. This is in the state of Assam. Assam is known for its Assam tea. And with the abandoned tea garden, so generally there were, say, only the shade trees. So the people in the college at that time, they took it as their mission to make it a green campus. And we see the results now, results today. But before going into the process, just to have an idea into the location. So we are in the state of Assam, to be more specific in the southern part of Assam, Silchar. And you can see the greenery in and around Silchar on the picture itself. The NIT started as a regional engineering college, Silchar, in 1967. It became a National Institute of Technology, Silchar, in 2002. It is an institute of national importance and more than 4,000 residential students in a green campus of 625 acres with 23 natural lakes. There are 6 undergraduate programs, 15 postgraduate programs and PhD programs, 200 plus faculty and 800 plus PhD scholars. We have MOUs with University Jean Monnet, France, Royal University of Bhutan, University of Iowa, USA, University of Arad, Romania, among others. In terms of ranking, we are in the 46th in engineering category and 94th overall in the National Institutional Ranking Framework 2020. We are in the innovation ranking rank band of 11 to 25, which is known as the ARIA ranking. And in the world ranking, we are in the Times Higher Education World University Ranking 2021 in the rank band of 801 to 1000. This shows the infographics, basically the ranking scenario, so which I have just shared with you. Now the process from an abandoned tea garden to the green campus that we see. So how did this transformation came out? The main policy, the main motto or the mission was the mass tree plantation drives taken by the people, the faculties, the students who are in the campus during these last 50 years or so. So nowadays, the students, when they enter in the first year, in the last 2 to 3 years, the policy that we are following, they plant a tree in their own name with the nameplate that is beside the tree. They nurture the tree, water it, and after the 4 years of their stay here, when they leave, so they take back the memories of sharing or growing up with a tree. And the final year students also, when they leave the campus, they also do a tree plantation. Now, along with the students, you can see that the students are planting the trees, saplings, and along with trees, there are faculty members as well, the staff members. Now, we have a special activity when guests arrive in the campus, they plant a tree in their name. Guests may be special guests, they are dignitaries, say, who are attending several international conferences or programs, or for example, it can be a national level sports program as well. Now, when the guests are planting their trees in their own name, so they are taking the awareness of tree plantation along with them in their own campus, in their own area, so that the mass plantation drive that we have started in our campus, so from our own stakeholders, it is spreading outside world. These are some other examples. Now, this is a situation which happened in 2020 when the whole world was in lockdown situation. The World Environment Day came in the 5th of June. So the students were outside the campus. Some of the faculties were also not inside the campus. So how they will do the plantation? So they identified the places nearby where they can do it. And through that, the awareness campaign spread to the community as well. And we can see the result through the collage, that is our students and the colleagues and the staff members, they are taking part in the plantation. So it has become a habit and they are spreading it to the community as well. So in order to carry out this activity, we need a nursery in the campus. So we have a forest nursery, and that nursery has medicinal plants, fruit plants, flower plants as well. So that serves as a continuous supply of the basic saplings. We have a part of the garden, which is the students are nurturing that in a very special manner. This is known as the Tranquil Garden, and this is in the loving memory of those students who have left us untimely. And you can see some activities by the students in the gardens. Now, how all these things came about? Obviously, through the participation of the faculty members, students, and the other stakeholders. So in the 2016, the activity was given a shape. NIT Silchar Eco Club was formed, which is serving as the environment wing of our institute. And through the Eco Club of NIT Silchar, we not only the plantation drives, but the cleanliness drives within the campus, outside the campus, by the students, by the teachers, faculties, by the staff members, we can see. And along with that, we can see at the top left corner, the people are in the cycling. Now, cycling is the environment-friendly mode of transport within the campus itself. So without having a carbon emission, and we can see that the faculty members and some of the students here, they are on an awareness drive in the area, in the local area itself. So these are some pictures of cleanliness drives as well. Now, this awareness campaign, our students and the faculty members, they take it to the nearby schools on a regular basis. So they share their thoughts, their ideas, and the students of the institute, technical institute, as well as the local schools. So they follow the same mission. This particular situation came about last year in 2nd October 2019, when the country as well as the whole globe was celebrating the 150 years of celebrating the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi. So as part of the Gandhi's Global Solar Yatra, so the 500 students from the nearby schools, they participated, they assembled the solar lantern. Our PhD scholars and students helped them. So in the evening, when they assembled with their solar lantern, and when they lit it, so it was all smile. They took it back into their house, and so that they can use it during the evening time for their study. Along with this one, there was a plastic-free campaign also, plastic-free campus, plastic-free village campaign, and reducing the use of paper. Now, the students, so they identified that the plastic glass they are using for the water consumption, so that is not good for health. So they demanded steel glass, and we gave a steel glass to each of them, saying that you will have to maintain it. So that gave them additional responsibility also, and the process continuing so far. We can see in this example from the newspaper, they are preparing the paper bags also, which can be used instead of plastic materials. Now, when the plastic bags, which was so abundant, there is so much used in this region and as part within the country as well as in other areas. So obviously the plastic-free campaign, when it started, and the replacement was the jute bag distribution. So our students, faculties and staff, they took it to the nearby villages, and they were identified that is what happens with the plastic bag usage and what is the benefit of having a jute bag distribution. These are examples, that is how to reuse the plastic, because plastic bottles are there, and so these are used for preparing the dustbins. On the right corner, you can see the banana leaves. They are used for taking the food items during a festival. Similarly, the sal leaves.
Your audio is gone, so yeah. Yes. I think there is a connectivity issue. I'm sure that Dr. Siva will be connecting back. Dr. Sivaji? Dr. Sivaji? I think lost the connection.
Also, they are used for the similar. The volunteers, they basically took a visit that actually the students that which among other things consume citizens well celebrated crackers as well. But our say also planned in the last year, that is they will use.
Sir, audio is gone. Dr. Siva? Dr. Sivaji? Yes, Dr. Sivaji, are you back?
Yeah, I am back.
Yes, there's a connection issue.
Okay, you can see my screen.
Yeah, now screen is not there, only your face is coming.
Yeah, okay. So can you see the screen now?
Yes, now it's busy.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Then we have the solar street lights, 75 number. That is basically the off-grid one. Solar water heater. On each student hostel, we have a biogas plant. And in recent statistics in the January 29 to June 20, during this period, the total energy usage in the campus, more than 30% of that was supplied by the renewable energy sources. And even during some days, we fed the excess power generated to the state grid. We see some photo examples of solar power plants, solar water heater, biogas plant, solar lights, smart solar security post, then some solar street lights, biogas plant. Now the 23 lakes that we have, so through these are the rain-fed lakes, and you can see on a Google map how well distributed they are within the campus. So that adds to the conservation of the aquatic biodiversity, and it acts as the groundwater recharge system. We have a water treatment plant within the NIT Silchar campus that provides drinking water for the residents. Regular cleaning of lakes also take place. Now, as part of the transportation, obviously, as I have said, cycles, but electric rickshaws or the e-rickshaws are also there within the campus. And you can see on the right side, the two e-rickshaws, they have been remodeled during the corona period. It has been done by your faculty members and staff. That is the 4 passengers. They can sit in such a way in the e-rickshaw so that they maintain social distancing. That is what is necessary during this corona period. Some statistics relating to the education and research on the sustainability. So around 9% of our total courses are on sustainability. Among the sponsored projects, around 42% are on the sustainability projects in terms of the funding. In terms of the, say the scholarly publications in the last year, that was more than 500. Number of events related to sustainability greater than 50. And number of student organizations related to sustainability, I think that is most important, 10. Some sustainable research initiatives, solar powered wheelchair, solar bamboo rickshaw, e-bikes that we have taken up in the past. We have a solar regional test center, solar thermal gadgets for testing. Publication portfolio from the Scopus, which includes publications in the energy and the environmental science area as well. Then some of the recent projects in the energy and the environment domain. One is an electric vehicles, mainly the recharging part. Collaborative project with local organic tea industry for tea and the herbal spice manufacturing without using chemicals and chemical fertilizers. Solar power-based drying of tea leaves, wind energy. And now when we look beyond, say till 2025, we envisage that we'll enhance the solar power usage within the campus from 30% to 50% of our total consumption. We'll have summer school and winter school for school children for renewable energy areas as well as environment areas. We'll have short courses and master programs on forest management, tea research and tea tourism management, agricultural engineering and agro waste management, rainwater harvesting. We plan to have integrated MTech PhD program in renewable energy science and technology and environmental science and technology. You can find us on social media. You can contact us. Thank you for your patience.